technical documentation, such a big boring overhead, right? It's actually not. It's very important piece of a puzzle when concepting a new digital product. There are many good use cases. I'm going to try to extract only 3 core ones which generalize things, but will make sense when and why you need technical documentation in order to assure feasibility of your digital product and to assure that it can actually be built properly. So let's see how we can make this technical documentation a valuable supplement to your product development routine rather than an overhead. When a new digital product represents technical innovation or it's an emerging tech product, how better to specify what is being built other than through technical documentation. Functional documentation in this matter is a business case, which is for non-techie people so they can understand and grasp how this technology is going to be used and what are its benefits. But what are the pieces of the puzzle that make this technical solution work and what makes it different and what makes it special is the technical documentation. So let's compare it to pharmaceutical industry, and when a big pharma is releasing a new drug, it has all the bits and pieces and ratio of supplements and everything that makes it unique, and that is technical documentation of the medicine. And all the use cases of when it's being used, how it's being used, why it's being used, pros and cons and everything else, that is functional specification in our terms because it elaborates what is the use of it. So when it comes to emerging tech or some technological innovation, you need to specify, to document what is exactly being built, as otherwise who can build it for you other than yourself? And even in that case, it's good to have things documented as the evidence of what you had in the beginning, how it progressed, as you'll need it for the patent, or you need it as evidence or something, or investment or whatnot. So again, if your product is a tech innovation or emerging product, you need to specify exactly what is being built for the many benefits that you'll have, especially for the evidence, especially for somebody who needs to build it as well, and especially for somebody who needs to understand it. And if you're a techie person and not business person, you need to use the technical documentation as the foundation of the functional documentation, which is a business case, based on which any other department can engage and make the business case out of the tech that you're building. As that was the most comprehensive use case where you actually have to document everything, the next step below that is when the product you're building is 90% just common sense, common technology, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, but that last 10% is the actual technological solution that will make your product viable, whatever that is. I don't know, let's say if in the app called Instagram, you know that one, yeah? The stories as the functionality that makes it unique, for example. If that is not specified of how it works and what it does and how it performs, then building it is not feasible. First of all, okay, you've got an idea what needs to be built, which is elaborated functionally, yes, but how it actually works, can it scale, what are the potential problems, how to resolve them. So you can't resolve that on the go. That cannot be instant. You have to prepare the whole use case, technological use case of how you make that piece of functionality viable. So even if you're building it, again, document it, specify it, keep the document live so that it evolves and you have a backup of your thoughts which led to some conclusions. And if you can revert to something and use it as the evidence to somebody else or yourself, you'll save yourself a lot of time while progressing and evolutionizing what you're building. So the last and the softest case when you don't actually need technical documentation or technical requirements document is the moment when your product is not technologically innovative. Maybe I said it wrong. It doesn't represent a technological innovation or is not emerging tech product. Many products on the market, majority of them, are based on the good business case and as solution to a big problem which many people or many companies have. So there's an amazing business case. But many of those products don't require technical explanation of how it works because it's not technologically dependent. It's simply a solution that has a workflow that you need to solve. So no need for that. I still prefer some sort of guidance, and it depends how you're developing that product. Is it yourself? Is it your in-house team? Is it the company that you're used to developing? So there's no need to specify anything. However, if you're going to an open tender and you're going to work with somebody new, specifying some things are crucial so that you can get a matching response from the contractor developing the product, and leaving some things again for interpretation might be a bad thing. So at least specify a tech stack if you have a strong decision on it. At least specify high-level system design or architecture of the solution, so that you have some foundation that make feasibility of your product in a way that the product is scalable, modular, it will perform. So there must be some technical requirements, and you can't, for example, build a custom solution if your product is very specific in its functionality, and everything signifies it must be bespoke, it must be custom developed, and somebody proposes off-the-shelf product that will be adapted. Maybe that is not the best match. So if you specify what is the requirement that you have, then there can't be misinterpretation of how it's being delivered. That is basically the point of it. So that's about it. I'm trying to make all these episodes brief, but whenever you have a question about anything, please leave it in the comments or contact me directly. The entire purpose of this entire 12 milestone process is to cover off everything about the product, to cover off what is being built, how it's being built, how it looks, how it gets the look it needs, all the aspects from the very idea to the design, to the production of it, to the release, and everything is taken in basically 3 steps: ideation process, concepting process, and specification process. So you cover off everything, and this entire process gives foundation for all the stakeholders in the business, so that you can not only start development of the product, but also business development, but also marketing, but also sales, everything. So preparation, which lasts 1 month, 2 months, comparison to the business that needs to be built and lasts for years, is insignificant, and it's totally worth investing to. Hey guys, I really hope I brought you value with this episode of the Digital Product Concepting and Innovation. Go ahead, subscribe, share this, pass it on, and let me know what you think.